The Uganda Under-20 Rugby team is back in continental championships after a 2-year suspension. The suspension was as a result of not sending enough players to the last tournament. And as a result, Uganda re-enters in Pool C.
We are happy to be back playing the Bathez Cup after a 2-year sabbatical, which was quite misfortunate. But we are happy to be back, and we are happy that we've been given an opportunity to host Pool C. Pool A is going to be played in Kenya, Nairobi, at the beginning of April. Pool B is going to be played in Harare, Zimbabwe, at the end of April. And then we're going to have our competition here at the beginning of May, as I had initially told you. Our target within the next 2 years is to be back where we belong, and that is Pool A, where we were last time before we took the sabbatical.
The trials that started today are to help the technical team come up with players in preparation for the May tournament.
For the trials, we are hoping to be able to come up with a good number of players, at least 40 players, who are going to be used in the particular tournament. And we are hoping that by the end of the first month of training, we should be able to have cut down the number to 25. Uganda is going to be not only competing in the Bathez Cup this year, but also hosting the Cup right here in Kampala between the 6th of May and the 11th of May. We are expected to play 2 games.
The plan is to help the senior national team reach greater heights.
Another target that we have, which is big, is that we want this to actually be a feeder side to the national team. So in the next 4 years, this year we're having the Rugby World Cup. The next Rugby World Cup is in another 4 years. So we need to start preparing for that Rugby World Cup that is going to be played in 4 years. So we need to start preparing some boys who are going to be fed into the national team.
The team coach is taking it one step at a time.
Basically, it's a first day of training, trying to assemble the team, trying to get players, trying to get to know the players, get to know what elite rugby is. Just day one, let's look at the numbers, let's look at the injuries, and basically that's it for us. Basics of the game, passing, running, we're looking at how a person can run, the mental aspect of it, see how if we can take the pain.
Funding is still a challenge for the camp, but there is no doubt that there is great attitude and desire in the camp. FELIX MANYINDO, NTV Weekend Edition.